Goku would clench his fists, and amazing power released over the battlefield. He and his counterpart was able to obtain a new power thanks to Zeno-sama's knowledge. Goku's hair would begin to grow in a way that Goku AF would be surprised because the power he released was making him to retreat a few meters from a great explosion of energy, making Goku Ultra Instinct Phase 3, leaving Goku AF surprised. Wow, I didn't know you had all that hidden power. Apparently, I haven't been the only one hiding power, so attack me and show me that power. That's exactly what I'm gonna do, because if you're not interested to see my movements, you have a great resistance and I know you'll endure it. Goku pounced against Goku AF. Even though his power increased, it wasn't enough to overcome that forbidden Super Saiyan. However, Goku AF was right. He was in the transformation that was forbidden, not controlling it completely. His bones would be destroyed, and he would not give in to Goku's blows. The battle would continue for a few days, both possessed by unlimited energy. They'd continue, however, and this time both of them were exhausted, so they'd take a little distance. You're amazing! I never thought that my biggest rival would be myself from another alternate dimension. I'm amazing! Same way, but in the next blow, I plan to end this battle. Goku AF in his transformation as Super Saiyan 10 would gather a bunch of energy in his body, charging for an last attack, creating an incredible energy dragon. Goku, without caring about the damage to his body, would increase his power, taking it to the limit. I don't think it'll end this way. At this moment, I'll use God Dragon's Blow in the same way. Goku was able to channel this power and throw his punch. Both dragons colliding, not being able to observe a clear winner, both dragons would explode, destroying everything around them. Both warriors would fall, but Goku AF would stand up, while Goku, using much more of his power to withstand, thousands of lightning bolts scattered from his body, generating great damage. Apparently, we've pushed our bodies to the limit, because if not, you wouldn't have caused disasters in this dimension, and I would have been the winner. At the end, Goku AF would fall out of combat, and his counterpart over the Universe 7. Toppo, along with his new angel Mikoshin, were inspecting each of the planets. Mikoshin, can you tell me what happened to the existence of Son Goku? Of course, Toppo-sama. Allow me a moment to explain. Mikoshin, with the help of Bakulo, would begin to search for all the information of the Saiyan Son Goku, until a moment in which he was locked up by the Great Daishinken. Apparently, this Goku what you're talking about has broken most important rule of the 12 universes, refusing an order from the high-ranking beings. And for that, the gods were informed they should eliminate him. What is it that you told me? Are you sure? Of course! Apparently, the Saiyan Son Goku was offered a position of the God of Destruction, but when he refused, he was a potential enemy, since according to my data, mortals surpassed all the gods. You're right. They are Goku in the Tournament of Power. It was a Saiyan, but he even surpassed the mortals. It's important that some of the normal ones had surpassed the gods, but I can't believe you're telling me this. Indeed, you have been offered this position because multiple gods refused to end Son Goku's life, but these other deities were able to give their lives for the Saiyan Son Goku. Everything you're telling me makes it hard for me to believe. Thanks to Son Goku, all of us were able to return. But do you know why they wanted him to become a god of destruction? That's the reason. The only reason I could come up was Son Goku disobeyed the great beings of the Kingdom of All, and his power rose consistently. These beings wanted to keep an eye on him, but opposing the most feasible thing was the end. I understand. I appreciate the information. It'll be helpful. I have to communicate with Jiren, and this is bad more than I thought. The latter would only think, while the other would turn to the planet. Once they arrived, Mikoshin would stand in front of Toppo, adopting a battle pose. Why are you in attack pose? Have we finished the training for today, or is there something missing? Mikoshin wouldn't answer, but would incredible pressure fall on the universe, while Mikoshin gave millions of cuts through space-time. Mikoshin was testing his abilities, while the Zeno-sama was able to grant him. Wow, really, the power that King's able to grant's amazing! So that's the real power of Zeno-sama, but it leaves me amazed that a being who's capable of destroying everything is also capable of creating. I apologize, Toppo-sama. I just wanted to try the power with which was great Zeno-sama. But of course, if you want to train, we can. Toppo at the moment remembered the exhibition and the Tournament of Power. There were 2 Zeno-samas, and Mikoshin mentioned that he'd created one of them. Mikoshin, have you created both Zeno-samas or just one of them?
I've been created by Zeno-sama, but the moment of my existence I haven't been able to find another one, and that information's impossible for me to find.
So, something serious has happened in the divine realm. Goku AF was able to wake up. Multiple bones destroyed, and he would start meditating while his counterpart woke up. That combat's the most destructive I've had. I never thought of a dimension so powerful, but I was able to master all this power to prove those traitors that this power was able to control itself. Goku AF would train, while in this part, the Kingdom of the Whole Zeno-sama was very thoughtful. One of the rulers of the second multiverse contacted him thanks to immeasurable mental power. You're Zeno. I'll be in your multiverse soon, as something very strange has been happening. I don't know why it is, but I have to review something you've done. Zeno-sama wouldn't answer, and he'd expel a great power, destroying a large part of the place, and for Daishaken to come to his side. My lord, what happened? To what is this great expulsion of power due?
Damn Daishaken, a ruler from the second multiverse is planning to enter our multiverse right now.
I don't understand. Is something wrong? Isn't it customary for powerful beings to do this?
Of course, but if he's able to notice the prisoner we have, I'm sure he won't be interested in anything and will destroy our multiverse.
The two were arguing, and then a powerful being was on top of the entire palace, which was completely observing everything happening. Well, this is interesting. Apparently, Zeno-sama is able to keep the King of the Whole in this dimension prisoner. That means the damn dwarf is the King of the Whole of another different timeline. But my lord, what can we do, or is there anything to do?
The only thing that could save us would be much more powerful to end his life in battle.
Instantly, power would be felt by the warriors. Daishaken would fall to his knees, and Zeno-sama was difficultly standing.
Who's there? Don't you know that I'm the king of everything in this multiverse?
Of course I know you, imposter, but I don't think you belong to this timeline. Don't worry, I didn't come here for that. This is amazing. The mighty omnipotent god Akumo, father of the Saiyans, is the first time he visits our multiverse.
Akumo-sama, excuse my manners, tell me, how can I help you?
I won't prevent Kronos to end your life, since his power is compared to mine, although in every battle we had, I always made him believe our power was equal.
I really appreciate it, but I understand this will not be thank you. What's the price you have? That you, the omnipotent god and Akumo, can give us your help.
At that moment, nothing. I want to make sure of your support, because I want the most powerful multiverse. We can make a truce. Despite possessing incredible power, I won't defeat Raikon, who is born with the power of omnipotence, but also the power of destruction. Excuse me for intruding, but is it possible that a god's able to have both energies completely different? That's what's said of something impossible. Since birth, his power was so great that without hesitation, his entire multiverse became the #1 multiverse, because no one was able to face him. His power is completely unlimited.
I understand. If you want to help my multiverse and want to collaborate in the same way, when you face my brother, am I wrong?
Despite the mentality of a child, you do think clearly. You're right, I wish to help take the throne from him.
Count on me, because if we don't do it the same way, we'll be destroyed. But until day comes to fight Raikon, we can become more powerful. We won't be eliminated so easily.
I'm pleased to hear that. In that case, I want you to grant me a room in this palace, since I will be in this place until Kronos gets here.
Of course. I really thank you, Akumo. Daishaken, prepare his room so that he'll be able to rest.
Of course, Zeno-sama. As you say. Daishaken would leave. And returning to Goku's dimension, he was able to wake up, but unlike his counterpart, Goku had several wounds, and he remained out of combat. His body regenerated thanks to his wounds not being serious.
Wow, the power you possess is amazing. I'm surprised you're able to beat me using that power. But this time, we'll be able to finish him off.
Goku would access Ultra Instinct and would be in meditation pose. Goku AF was surprised by the physical resistance that his counterpart possessed. Both warriors concentrated on healing their wounds for the next few months, and at this time they were healed and were observed.
The power we're able to get is incredible, but this time our master of powers is the max to get out of here. I completely agree, let's do it!
Both would understand divine energy and understand angelic energies thanks to the wisdom of Zeno-sama, and would take their power to the next level, and they spent about 1 million linear in this place, and their power grew supernaturally. Since they opened their eyes, a great destruction was seen over the place. In the Kingdom of the Whole, Kronos arrived after spending approximately 6 months. I knew that something was happening. I'm able to feel the essence of two kings of all, which means the king of all the alternate dimensions in this place. But his subject, engulfed in flames, began to approach Kronos, while his aura rose all over the place, just as a great power was leaving surprised him. But Akumo, what the hell are you supposed to be doing here? Didn't you know that? You better shut up. I don't want to listen to your words. I'm only in this place to prevent Zeno-sama's death, so you better get ready. You can calm down. You better know than anyone that you're no match for me, so you better get out of my way and I'll overlook this disrespect. Both warriors were arguing and would smile. They would raise a large part of their power, being able to destroy the dimension completely, which was said to be impossible. Instantly, a gigantic power was seen by the four multiverses. Even the power was so great that in the first multiverse, powerful omnipotent god Raikon would stand up and would expel some of his power. Well, over millions of years, a guy's been able to get my attention. The power of both warriors would continue to rise incredibly, destroying everything.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.
Like good,